Okay, I think we'll go ahead and get started for today. Um, I don't know, it was anybody going, I know that Jake couldn't introduce today. Was anybody else able to start off the meeting? If not, I'll just go ahead and get started. Again, my name is Beth McIntyre. I'm one of the co-founders and the executive director of Go Pantry. So thank you all for joining us today. Again, this is our 11th year to be partnering with you guys for our summer feeding program. Um, we have a lofty goal this year of collecting 6,000 boxes. We'll kind of go over a little bit throughout this presentation, different ways to do that and how we got to this point. Everything that I'm getting ready to go over in this presentation will be on your intranet on the Go Pantry link. So if you miss something, they're also going to record this. I think Anne Marie said she was going to record it for those that maybe couldn't join us today. We will have the recording available as well. So throughout this, if you forget something, feel free to put up a question in the chat and we'll get back to you. But also everything, like I mentioned, will be on the intranet. I'll start out with a little bit, just some background on Go Pantry, some stats for you, and then our partnership with St. Elizabeth, and then some updates on how we're going to join together with a new platform that we're using and things like of that matter. Again, Go Pantry, we've been around for the past 12 years, where we started out with 7 kids, and now we're helping over approximately 1,200 students each week with our programs. We do the weekend food bags, and then obviously the Go boxes that you guys are very familiar with. We do these through Christmas break, spring break, and then 6 weeks of the summer. We help our kids with the Go Box program. Currently, we're in over 80 schools in 6 counties. We are in Boone, Kenton, Campbell, Grant, and Owen, and we do go into Dearborn, Indiana for our summer feeding program. The summer feeding program would not be around without St. Elizabeth. I love this next slide. This is something new that we've put together, but you guys can see as champions what you've helped create from our very first year. Helping with 200 boxes. That's all we needed for that summer. As Go Pantry has grown from that 7 kids to now serving over 1,200 students per week. In 2024, you guys did 5,750 of boxes, and we needed to send out over 7,200. So over the course of the 10 years, you all have contributed over 22,000 boxes. That's huge. So again, when we say there is no summer feeding program with St. Elizabeth, there is no feeding program without you guys. So thanks for stepping up and taking your time out of your busy day to help us with this initiative. Again, I think I mentioned that you guys did 5,750 of the 7,200 we needed last year. This year, you got your goal again is 6,000. We'll send out approximately 8,000 plus boxes over Christmas break between 24 and 23, or I'm sorry, yes, 23 and 24. We had a 25% increase in need. Our need has grown as well over spring break, so we feel confident we're going to need at least 8,000 boxes for our summer feeding program. So another point and help us reach that lofty goal of 6,000 is that we do have another anonymous donor that has donated $6,000 to be matched from new donors. They will match up to $6,000 from those that have never donated to the St. Elizabeth campaign. We have a little button when you make a donation, you just click that you're a first-time donor, and we're hoping to maximize that $6,000 donation so that ultimately we receive more boxes to help more kids. If you guys are here today, quite frankly, more champions equals more boxes. So many of you are coming back. You've helped for many years, or maybe you're new to this or have helped for a couple of years. Um, Either way, the more people you can get involved in your department, the better. I know in some departments they're quite large, so it might take more than one champion. I know of one group that has done that. They have three champions within their office because they're so large. Other champions have asked maybe the office across the hall or in their same community to their office to compete. That's a great way to maybe pull in another champion, another office, which ultimately means more boxes. Again, new for this year, what we have started is we're trying to make it more reactionary. It's immediately when you make a financial donation, it goes into a new fundraising platform that we're using that is super user friendly. It's similar to other walks and races platforms that you've probably used in the past. Also, this year you're preloaded are all of your departments. So you just click SEP or SEH and then you click your department and it automatically rolls up to your department for you. You just have to make sure you click that department or team. Also, the leaderboard can be shown as anonymous if you want that, but if you do list your name, it does not list any totals. So everything is not the total is not shown, your dollar amount, but your name would be shown down there. Again, you can click anonymous if you want. Otherwise, it will just have your tracking of your name. This year, we are tracking dollars versus boxes. We will give box updates throughout the campaign, but if you look to the dollar value, just remember that each box is $55. So when you divide the total amount by 55, that will give us the boxes needed or still needed. Again, we added this year the Sany help at gopantry.org. People are already using it. Please feel free to reach out to us because we are here to make it easy on you. If you're willing to sacrifice your time to help us, we want to make it as easy as possible on you guys. So please feel free with any questions that you have to reach out at Sany help at gopantry.org and we will be happy to assist you. The next few slides, we're going to talk about how to be a champion. I'm assuming most of you here have already signed up to be a champion. If not, if you're just learning about this, trying to determine if you want to be a champion for your office, you can go to, again, your internet, click the Go Pantry link, and then it says champion or be a champion. And from there, you can sign up and we'll send you more information and we'll have you registered as being a champion for this food drive. It's very user friendly. This is the new platform. On the right, you see the desktop version and then the mobile version to your left. Um, if you are a new champion or you're a past champion and you wanted to do one of the buttons or the QR badges for your lanyard, these individuals have offered to be a location for you to pick up those much needed items. Thank you to all of them that they're willing to do that for us. So again, if you have one of these from the past, the QR code still works. So if you have one from 4 years ago, it's the exact same QR code. You don't have to get a new one. But we do have those there if you've lost them or if you're a new champion and would like these items. Many champions love this because it's an easy way to spark the conversation with somebody that's maybe wanting to know a little bit more information. So it's just an easy way to get more people involved. Next, I'd like if there's anybody on here that would like to share as a champion that's worked in the past, like ideas that you have. Here are some tips from other champions that we pulled together for you guys. Again, at the very beginning of this is just some information on the Go Pantry mission, and then some ideas how to collect for your food drive, and then suggestions on how to keep your team motivated. This is not a huge list, but it does give you information. Again, that's what we're here for. Please email us. If you have this idea, we've had several brainstorming sessions with other champions. We'll help you get what you need for this, for your food drive to make it as easy as possible. So feel free to reach out to us. There have been car washes. Another lady sold bracelets, penny wars, as you can see in this picture, many great ideas. But are there any champions on here today that would like to share? Please go ahead if you'd like to.
I know that we did a penny wharf for the mini heart on our floor. So, Beth, I was thinking maybe I could talk to the lady who spearheaded that because we raised it's like $700.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe I could do that on our floor too.
Yes. That's a
And I'll
great
talk to her
idea.
about it. I'll talk
Okay.
to her this weekend.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you. Does anybody else want to share?
Beth, I think a couple of the units or hospitals, so I think at Dearborn, they did a pie in the face to the providers, which is always fun. And then on a couple of the units here, sorry, I'm at Edgewood, they did it to the nurse managers, or A&M, assistant nurse manager. So if they met their goal. So those are, always fun ways to get your teams involved, especially the providers.
Thank you. Did anybody else want to share? Okay, I'll just keep going. Please feel free to chime in along the way if anybody wants to add anything. So I'm assuming, you've signed up to be a champion. You've maybe determined at this point how you want to do it. If you want to do a car wash, a pie in the face, however you're going to engage your group. Next, you need to decide whether you're going to raise dollars and let Go Pantry do the shopping for you, or are you going to collect food to fill Go boxes, or both. Some offices like to offer both. But again, you want to choose whether you want to collect dollars or you want to collect the food for your food drive. If you decide you do want to collect dollars, there are several ways with this user-friendly platform that we're using. One is just a straight up somebody can scan that QR code on your champion badge and donate and just make sure they select your department or team for credit. The next, which a lot of champions like to use this, is to share the department or link. That would mean that you would go in and you would select your department and then you would send that link out on our platform. It's very easy to send it via text, email, through social media. You can send that team link to others. The next level is to be a fundraiser. So this might be for the group that is wanting to, maybe there's several of you in the group and you're competing. I know the facilities group, they have a couple of gentlemen that compete against each other. And so they created a personal link so that would be linked to them and then their team. So it's kind of tiered levels of involvement, how much you want to be involved. So if I want to compete against Laura, but we both work for the Go Pantry team, we're going to make a personal link and then we're going to try and get others to donate on our behalf. But again, it would be all tracked back to our team. So there's multiple ways to use this platform. We also have on our website or on this link step-by-step instructions to help you to go through those steps to create that fundraising link if you should decide to do that, or your team link as well. Another way, if you decide not to do the dollars, but you want to buy the food, all of the information again on the lower left-hand corner is the landing site. When you click that link on your internet, again, I mentioned champion before, volunteer. Right here circled is the Go Box info, fill a Go Box. Within that, you're going to have all of your information on where to collect the food, where to collect your flat boxes. They will be all available on April 21st. Underneath that tab is the huddle sheet for you guys as well. The collection sites are the same as they have been in the past. I did want to note with Covington and Grant County, the boxes are due by 10 a.m. on May 9th, but for Grant and Covington, We do pick up all the boxes from Edgewood. So typically what Ray does and Grant County does is that they need their boxes in the day before on the 8th, and then they ship them over to Edgewood and we pick them up from there. So again, everybody's boxes are due by 10 a.m. on May 9th. Another thing I wanted to note is on the 9th, it's a Friday the 9th, we do ask everything be down there by the 10 a.m. because we might start at Dulwick and then go to Dearborn or Greendale afterwards, or we don't know exactly our steps. So we ask everybody to have it by 10 a.m. so that if we go to the next stop, everything is there. And again, Covington and Grant, if you could have your boxes in by the day before so they can ship those over to Edgewood, that would be great. The final step, you've collected your food, you've put it into a box, and you've dropped it off at one of the sites listed before. You do want to check in your box. There will be a QR code at each site for you to scan, and then you will submit the form to your right on the mobile version here. You can also use the 25 check-in and text it to the 41444. You can do that as well. And then the last item is again on that landing page where I had the Go Box info highlighted before over here, right here on this tab. When you click there, it will take you to this part right here on the mobile version and on the desktop version to check in your box. When you check that in, you're going to check how many boxes. So it could, if you're checking in one box or two boxes, you would just click that. It will be reflected as $55 because each box is valued at $55. So if you donate 2 boxes, it'll be reflected underneath you as contributing 2 boxes, $110. This is more of a manual process, so we do ask for you to allow 24 hours. The earlier you can get those boxes in, I know everybody kind of waits till the last couple of days, but if you could help us and get them in beforehand, the boxes dropped off and submitted on this in this form, then we can start to have them entered in a timely fashion. But if you could, again, allow us 24 hours for those to be reflected. For SCP offices, we are offering if you have 20 or more boxes that we can pick those up. Most likely, they will need to be picked up the day before on May 8th. Some we will pick up on May 9th, but some others will be picked up on May 8th. If you are doing this, if you have 20 or more boxes that you'd like to donate, we do ask you email us at sanehelp@gopantry.org, and we can schedule a time and get more information from you on how best to pick up those boxes. I wanted to give this example of Florence Spine. Every year they do tons of boxes, and so you can kind of see what it entails when that's about 20 boxes on a pallet, and they have 3 pallets on there. And they bring the boxes down and help us put them on the pallets, and we wrap them and we pick them up from the truck. So again, if you have SCP offices, if you have 20 or more boxes, please reach out to us at this email and we will get something set up to pick up the boxes from you either on the 8th or the 9th, whatever best works for your office. Another item to note, we do have volunteer days on May 6th and 14th at our Go Pantry warehouse. You can click there to sign up. If it is full, please reach out again at the sanehelp@gopantry.org and we can get your group in at a later date. I know some of you guys, it was hard to get you in and we had to wait until June to get your group in, but please reach out to us if that's something you want to do. I also wanted to note again, this is the landing page, the mobile version and the desktop version. There is an apparel link. I know many people like the t-shirts, and we also have quarter zips and some sweatshirts this year. For the apparel link, the first order is due April 1st. What we're trying to do is get so you have your shirts before the food drive starts on April 21st. We're doing our best to get those in with Idlerook. So if you do want a t-shirt, we ask that you order by April 1st. We will do a second round later, but it will be much later in the food drive after the food drive happens and so you wouldn't have your shirt during that. So if you want it during the food drive, the April 21st through May 9th, we ask that you order your shirts by April 1st, if possible. Again, I wanted to note there's a resources tab That's where we have a lot of quick links. So like if you're like, where's that huddle sheet? Where can I pick up a box? A lot of quick links are underneath the resources tab, how to sign up because I want to be a fundraiser. All of that information and quick links are on that resources tab just for a quick way for you to get to what you might be looking for. This champion presentation that I've just gone over again, it is underneath the resources tab as well for easy access if you want to come back and look at something, or if you're trying to recruit another champion, all that information is on there as well. Um, and to end, just thank you again. I'll be staying on here to answer questions over chat or if anyone has any questions or if there's anything as you've listened to this presentation, if you want to add something like a great idea that you've heard, please chime in. We are here to help you. Thank you so much for partnering again with us for this 11th year. I don't know that you all can, I hope you can grasp how appreciative we are of you. But in the community, you guys are so important to make this a few drive. It just ripples throughout our community. Your help, it really makes a significant help. It's significant helping all of these kids. We could not do it without all of you. So thank you again for your time, for helping us. But if anybody has anything, I think you're doing a bake sale. I've heard those are great too. I've noticed in the chats. Anybody want to add anything or have any questions for me?
I have a question.
Yes.
Are we able to start collecting the monetary donations? Will those links be active, or do we have to wait until the 21st?
You can collect, we've already collected dollars. Yes, you can go on and start collecting dollars right now. We've
Okay,
actually already had, I think, 173 boxes sponsored. So, and yes, we are tracking by dollar amount, but we'll give you updates in box totals if that makes sense. So you can look in there. I think we were right under $10,000, but we divide that by 55, and we'll give you box counts because that's ultimately what we're trying to, you know, get to our 6,000 boxes.
thank you.
Uh-huh.
Beth, what's easier, money or boxes?
At the end of the day, money is easier because we can bulk purchase. And then, as you know, when a filled box comes in, we have to date check it and make sure everything's in there. It is logistically more, but I don't want anybody to not do it because um, it's usually more work on you guys and the donor, but that's how some people want to give. They want to get physically go out with maybe their kids and collect those items and put them into a box. So we never want to take that away from anyone. Last year, of the 5,750 boxes you guys donated, 1,000 were physical boxes. So that's great. We'll take it either way we get it. But buying in bulk is easier just because, when you get a whole pallet of, gosh, what are we going to need? If 8,000 boxes, we're going
Food
to
cup.
need 20,
Yeah,
yeah, 24,000 cans of ravioli this summer. So when
right.
we're
Just
purchasing,
if
we can,
somebody asks, I want to be able to tell them.
yeah, yeah. So money, but we'll take it any way we get it. We're appreciative.
Got it. Thanks.
Uh-huh. Thank you.
You all, this is Shanti Flanagan. I am one of the executive medical directors over at St. Elizabeth Healthcare, and I was stuck on another call, so I apologize, but didn't get the opportunity to introduce Beth. But as one of the people that has kind of seen this from the very beginning to this point, cannot reiterate what Beth said enough. Having you all as champions is absolutely the key to the success of this relationship and to the success of feeding hungry kids in our community. So we cannot do it without you. We appreciate your support. We appreciate you supporting and motivating your teams. 6,000 boxes is a lofty goal, but Jake puts it out there because he knows we can hit it. He knows our culture is that generous. So I would encourage your teams. I would encourage other people that you think could be champions, if you need help, to reach out or to motivate somebody else to be a champion alongside of you. So again, thank you. And I'm available too to answer any questions if anything comes up internally and you need to run it by somebody.
Thank you. I'll stay on here if anybody else has anything.
Thank you, Beth. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.